Kyle Krieger. I'm switching up the information on the page. Kyle Krieger and Jay Jurden. I never miss this, but say. Oh, and it's episode. Okay, whatever. I'll change the episode title later. Hello, uglies. Hi, how is everyone doing? Welcome to another week here at the Tea Party. It has been 4 weeks in the past 7 days. I have so much news. It feels like I've had a little too much news. We are going to get started right away. I just want to get everything out to socials. Y'all know how this goes every week. And then we will get to talking. Your channel. Yes, great. We're here. It's working. I'm live. Yes, love that. I'm gonna tweet out link now, and I'll send it to somebody. Sorry. Oh my God, this is a mess. I'm live with Nick. Stop talking. Jay. Jurden. And Kyle Krieger. Joel B. Tweet. And then Kyle, I'll send it to you so you can like story it. I just texted it to you. Great. Oh my God, this photo it chooses of me looking up right now. Hi, so welcome. This week I have a really fun round of special guests and commentators for you this week. We are going to have a great time. So much crap has happened this week. There is so much to talk about. I really want to jump right into it. So first up, I'm going to bring Instagram queen, queen of photos. I love him to death. He is super, super funny. He's doing a really good program right now called Pride Inside for during quarantine. We'll talk more about that later. Please give it up for Kyle Krieger, everyone. Hi, BB.
Hi, Phil. Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Huh?
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, I can't believe I got you to do this silly little thing.
No, what? Are you kidding me? I'm so excited.
It's going to be a really good time. I'm very excited about it. Also, really funny. You can watch him all over Twitter making any sort of insane video. You name a caption, he's probably got, just like come up with a caption, he's got a video for it. Please give it up for the incredible Nick Lehmann. Is it Lee or Lay? I don't know.
It's Lehmann.
It's good, I did it right. Okay.
Nick hello. Hi.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Well, you know, I'm living. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
As well, I love that. Whatever just happened in your brain right there.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm just on like every corner of the atmosphere.
Oh my God, truly. It is, my brain is all over the place as well. Quarantine, I forgot how to read, so this has been very, very difficult. Next up, please give it up for the incredible comic. You can download his album. It is called Jay Jurden, y'all. He does shows all over the city. Well, when we had a city. Please give it up for the incredible Jay Jurden. She appeared topless.
Hello. Well, you invited Kyle, and I was like, "Oh, this is the theme," and then he showed up with a shirt. So
it's the only one he owns.
I was about to say, I said, "This is a new look."
He owns one shirt and like a cable knit sweater for like a good.
Didn't recognize you at first, Kyle.
I generally just look for like Pride Inside is not a porn show. I don't know who said that.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Honestly, give Michael Lucas like 35 minutes.
I'm gonna put you guys on my story, okay? Say hi.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay.
Please follow me. I'm desperate. That's really why we do this. I'm losing my mind. Everyone, we are fully losing our minds here in quarantine, wherever our respective parts of the world. Kyle's in California. You're in California as well, Nick, still?
Yeah.
Are you in LA?
I am in Northern California. I'm with my parents.
Oh, love that.
Yes. I cracked. Weird
That's
thing,
okay.
I don't know how to go out.
Listen, I got antibodies now, and I'm like, I'm ready to go to Atlanta.
No.
I'm like, my mom's there, and I just want to see her. I'm like, listen, I'm like, you cannot.
You have the antibody.
It is essential travel for me to hug my mom. Okay, like I'm kind of a mama's boy, and I'm very much want to go see her.
Phillip said, I got COVID-19 antibodies. I got Descovy. I got azithromycin. I got it all. It's all.
We're ready. I'm the face of penicillin, baby. I'm Callum the Lord. I'm basically like the head of Callum Lord. Kyle got kicked. I don't know what happened. We'll wait on him to come back.
We might have scared him away.
This is an equity show, y'all. So just so you know, it is.
Oh, God.
I mean, Tootsie's not anymore, so that's.
Oof. Well, no shows are equity shows anymore, I guess. The girls are having a really hard time. I was talking to some of my Broadway friends, and like equity is struggling right now. It's really honestly such a mess. Okay, we got Kyle back.
They paid them for like a little bit, and then they were like, "We don't know what y'all want."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, "No, that's it."
I feel like it was a 2-week thing,
quick,
and they were kind of like, okay, bye.
What happened?
Like,
Sorry.
can you give me your @ real quick, Jay?
Oh, it's just my name. It's at JAJURDEN. Thank you, Kyle. That's just a plug. He just let me plug my Instagram. That's what's
up. Wait, Jay.
Go post something thirsty real quick.
Hold on, Phillip. Will you? Because it keeps breaking up. Will you just text it to me?
Yes, I will. I'm sorry that you keep losing. We haven't even started the show. We're just talking.
It wouldn't be a 2020 talk show unless everyone was on their phones.
Just Kyle. Just type in "not Jabuki" and it'll pop up.
Gee, I'm trying to get her on. It's J.A. Jurden or just J. Jurden?
It's just J. Jurden. It's just like the full name, no space.
Got it. I just sent it to Kyle so he can add it.
Oh, wait. I got it. Sorry. Okay, I got it. Don't worry.
All right. So anyway, like we said, there's a lot that happened this week. We have so much to talk about.
There's a lot that happened today. Not just this week.
I literally have to add stuff contemporaneously. If something breaks, please let us know in the comments. Okay? Like I really I was just like, so much is going on, and everybody decided to make news today. And I'm like, can we just turn the news down a little bit? Like a little bit. Like everyone should aim to make less news. But first up, because I'd like to get him out of the way on this show and never discuss it again, President Donald Trump is in a fight now with Twitter and his long-standing fight with the truth. He plans to sign some sort of executive order that will limit where people can complain about being censored and not heard on social media. And I'm like, babe, that's literally just social media. Like, nobody's listening to you. We're all screaming into the void. And unfortunately, more people's brains are void for more than others. I just don't think that I spend any time on the internet speaking to anyone who really gives a shit. I'm like, but when you're the president, people actually do. And so maybe you have to tell the truth, which is something like he's always been against. So I'm not surprised that this is happening. I'm like, I can think of a million executive orders I'd rather sign right now. Like maybe one like abolishing ICE and the police. Thoughts, girls?
I think that he's so bad at being the president that the people that love him, alt-right, like white supremacists and Nazis, they're like, oh yeah, he's doing everything perfect. He's looped back around to fucking with their shit now. He's like, we should get rid of Twitter. And they're like, whoa, time out, chief, hold on. No, this is what we need. And he's like, nah, you gotta
organize.
I also like
that's how he got elected.
Yeah, that's how we signed the birthday card.
he's coming after the platform that got him to the place he's at. There's no thought process there. Like every single thing that he's put out, any misinformation or fact, not that there's been any, has been through Twitter. And that's basically the only access he has to his following.
Yeah. I'm like, this is literally where you put everything you need. I don't need to like go to a website or the news because everything that's happening is happening on the president's Twitter. Like, I'm absolutely, completely convinced that any sort of mission, like, we're just going to find out about it. Like, it's not going, he can't stop himself from tweeting. And I don't give it.
Wouldn't they have to dedicate like a single intern to his Twitter, like someone whose full-time job is to fact check like every single tweet? Because, by the way, anyone who has that job, they'd be working over. I mean, the hours of that job would be absolutely insane because that guy's tweeting like 700 fucking times a day.
And like at 4 a.m.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it's definitely the kind of labor that would be more suited for Jeff Bezos. That's definitely. I'm like that.
This would be like if Phillip said, "You know what? We got to get rid of these Latinx bottoms. We got to get rid of them. We don't need them no more. They're evil."
I would be so unhappy.
Wait, on a logistical sense, Twitter's a private company, so like if you can't just like make a law like that for a private company.
He can't.
No.
And also, like, if you are so worried about being censored, why not just go make your own platform or whatever? Like,
well, that's the thing. And that's the thing. If there was like a crazy like white supremacist like alt-right crazy Twitter where he wants to go, like, go the fuck ahead. Like, make your own shit. Like,
it's called
I don't have to log in.
Yeah, no one's saying you can't go do your own thing. Just don't come up in here and not expect to get fact checked.
Yeah,
and then also people who don't like him might stop quote tweeting him.
Also, go to anywhere. Go to Breitbart. Go to Fox News. Go to all the places where your voices are heard. Also, I think the funniest thing is that he'll find out that like probably more liberals have been kicked off of fucking Twitter than Nazis have. I'm like, They love Nazis on Twitter. Don't take away my check though. Okay. I love my blue check. But
I want to like say real quick that I like recently have like deactivated my Twitter, and I just wanted to be.
We noticed when we come from up the show.
Yeah, I just wanted there to be like an advocate for someone to do that because I feel like it used to just really, it makes me like really depressed and it makes me so angry all the time because there's so much to be angry about. And I kind of signed up for it anyway, but I just wanted to say like, I love it. And I just signed up for like news reports with like Politico and like a bunch of things and like read the newspaper now rather than being on Twitter. It definitely just like I feel so much happier and it like affected my mental health so much that
this is not a positive
how
space.
Impactful was. I'm sorry, but I don't know if anybody's thinking about doing it. I'm just saying a nice break from Twitter has been really good.
If I feel like deleting, like that's definitely something we've all considered, but like we hate ourselves so much that we stay on the platform specifically.
Exactly. I literally say, I'm here because I'm awful and I like to be unhappy with the rest of everybody else who's unhappy. That would like.
Kyle, without Twitter, how will I see my friends' buttholes?
That's also true. I love that. I'm like, I need a lot of OnlyFans previews to get me through the day.
Porn, so Tumblr got rid of porn, so Twitter's a place now.
It is. We've taken all the refugees over at Twitter.
And they might be fact-checking Trump, but they're not getting rid of porn. They're not getting rid of porn, but they're fact-checking Trump.
Yeah, which is good. That's priorities, okay?
That's something I can stand with, yeah.
Turns out Joe Biden is alive. Joe Biden made his first public appearance. He made his first public appearance in over 2 months on Memorial Day. He wore a mask that was like halfway hanging off of his ear. Poor Jill looked so missed. They are so unhappy. People are like, he's alive. And I'm like, define alive.
He has a pulse.
I'm just like, Joe Biden really doesn't want to be here. I feel like so confident that he's like, wakes up every day and they like roll him out to save democracy, and he's like, no, do I have to, please? I feel poor guy. I don't know what to do with him, but our nominee is present at least. I'm like, the convention's in like a month, babe. I'm gonna need you to be like a little more active.
Like, wake up.
I will say though, I will say that when he, I guess it was yesterday or whatever, that he did that speech from home where he was acknowledging like the 100,000 lives that we had lost.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I saw someone say, like, look, I have had my criticisms of Biden. Like, I realized that. However, this is like what I want a president to sound like. And it was so true. Like, it really actually hit me. And knowing that he's had such like incredible loss recently in his life, to hear him talk about it, it was just so nice to be like, oh, right. Like, this is what it could be like. Even, you know, given all his criticisms, it could be more president. You know, this is like so refreshing. It was
Honestly,
just really nice, I thought.
Is it refreshing? For me, I want the presidency. I love this. Listen, I hate Donald Trump. I want a Democratic Trump to be like, I don't need civility anymore. Give me somebody who's gonna be up there and be like, everybody's getting health care. Fuck you.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get
I
that.
don't need no fuck it at this point.
But that's not on the table.
I think that Joe Biden is alive the same way I'm bisexual, technically. It's just you know, I mean, he's there, he's watching, and he's seeing stuff go on.
He's gonna sign some documents. He'll show
You don't
up.
gotta take part in the activities.
I do like that Trump's latest criticism of him is that he wears a mask.
Yeah.
Like that's what he goes for. He's like, oh, you're gonna fucking protect your life and protect the lives of others. Fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
Like, how did that become political? I don't even understand how that became like politicized. Like, saving lives is not like, I thought you guys were pro-life, and
it's the redneck Stonewall brick. They're like, I am gonna throw my mask at home. Like, Michigan threw the first mask at Minneapolis. I don't get it. They like
so bad. It's so frustrating, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Phil, on similar to what you were saying, or just like to touch on what you were saying, do you feel like if he could pick a VP to be that voice that you're talking about, like a Democratic Trump, like who would you be satisfied with if he had a VP choice that could be that Democratic Trump behind him?
I don't think he's gonna get one because I think
Patty LaBelle.
Huh?
Phil's gonna say Patty LaBelle.
Patty, yes, honestly, she's really that girl. But I don't think he's gonna get one because, like, when you're looking at VPs, they have to like kind of align with your platform, right? And I don't think that anyone who's like bold enough to be like as abrasive as Donald Trump on the left is going to take like Joe Biden's like, let's all kumbaya, I love black people here is a cookie type thing work for them. Like, I really don't know who he would pick that would do that. And I don't think I want it. I think I want him to run with someone that matches Joe Biden, and that just becomes the thing. And I don't. He needs to go. And I think after this election cycle, even if he's president, then maybe we'll just like be done with him when it's over, and like be like, cool, you were that weird stopgap president between like our nation crumbling and our nation crumbling.
Politically, Kyle, I think like theoretically what needs to happen, but what's not going to happen is he needs like a pit bull. He needs an attack dog to basically do the inverse of what the GOP does right now, where like Trump gets to come out and say the N-word and fucking Mike Pence gets to go, he meant this. Like you basically want to satisfy both desires, which I mean is why threesomes exist. You have someone who's like kind of a loose cannon, which was what Joe Biden was for Obama. So like he basically needs someone who is gonna do the shit that he's stopped doing.
Yeah,
which is breathing. Chromatica CLIMAX-IMA. Oh my God.
It seems to be the only thing people are talking about.
Is a new Gaga era, and thank God. I mean, honestly, I listened to the leak. Did y'all listen? No.
No.
No,
Oh, wow,
I'm
look at
waiting. I'm waiting because you
Phillip,
know what?
this
I
is
feel like
not
she.
Minneapolis. We cannot
I
break
know.
the law.
I'm Black. I could be dead at any minute at the hands of police brutality, so I will listen to leaks whenever they happen, okay? And that's how I feel about it.
I listened to Sour Candy today, and I mean, it's not long enough, but it's good.
It's
It needs to
not
be
long.
Or
that needs to be a 10-minute song.
yeah.
It could benefit from another verse. It could benefit from Azalea Banks on a remix. It could benefit from a lot of things.
Phillip,
I
you need to
loved it.
sacrifice the chicken. You need to sacrifice the chicken to get that request in.
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. You know exactly what you need to do to get what you want.
I do. I'm like, or I just need to like let Lana Del Rey tweet something. I can summon Azalea to come in wherever I need
That
her.
feels like it was 10 years ago.
Well, it's because it was still going on this afternoon, so who knows? I really love it. I think anyway, the leak is great. She's got some bops. Get ready for like Plastic Doll, Alice, 911. They're all hits. The song with Elton John is going to be great when a gay club DJ remixes it. It's going to be lovely. I'm really excited for New Gaga era. She gave us what we needed, a little something to take our minds off of all of the mess that's going on. I didn't like Rain on Me till I saw the video. Now I'm obsessed. But, you know, people were mad I didn't like it too. So, okay.
Can I say something about that, Phillip?
What?
People got so mad that you were like, I'm not sold on it. You didn't even say I don't like it. You said it's good. And people were like, I can't believe that Phillip doesn't like it. Listen, have you guys seen some of your profile pictures? You have a lot of different options. We can wait to learn to like something. Like, chill out. People, why are you such a contrarian? I was like, because it sounds like Ariana was in the studio and Stephanie was like, can I add a little bit to this? And she was like, I guess if you want to. That's what it sounds like.
That's the thing.
It really does sound like it's an Ariana song.
But you can't now, like, if something comes out, if you don't comment on it, or if you wait a day to comment, or if you don't like it, like, you are all of a sudden like the gay Twitter army comes for you and absolutely cancels you. I love the song. I really like the song, but I even say that like shaking a little bit because I'm nervous about what people are gonna do if I say I don't like it. But I mean, it's wild. People are like, I found what you posted on Facebook. I know what your mom did. Like, all because you didn't like a song where Lady Gaga's talking. Like, it's okay.
Also, like, as someone who like stands her, I'm like, I love her so much. I insist that I can criticize her as much as I want. Okay, I love her.
That's a real fan.
I'm a fan. We've done better than this, but the album is lit.
Wait, no, wait. Sorry. I just. Oh, I have. Sorry. No, I was just gonna say.
Who's she? Who that?
We need a fifth box. We need another box.
Who that?
Oh my god. Never mind. I don't have anything else to say.
Kyle, who are we featuring on your remix? What's going on right now over there?
Are you the Ariana or the Lady Gaga?
Wait, so Nick, I saw like on your note, on like to touch on what you said, is your roommate was his Instagram stories about just like not even saying anything, but just people like coming for his neck. Just like, I love that so much.
Well, yeah, my best friend Jackson, he because he'll always like, you know, he likes to say like, oh, I didn't like this song because like I think he likes like the drama of it all. But so people were DMing him being like, have you listened to the song? And he's like, I don't really have a comment on it yet because apparently he needs to make an official statement. And people were sending him like, I hope, like, by the way, and he highlighted it. It's like the Born This Way Foundation, where it's like anti-bullying, support each other, whatever. And people were like, you should kill yourself. You're a disgrace. Like, you're disgusting. All because he didn't say
though? Like,
yeah.
It's wild.
It is. Fandom is weird. It's a disease.
I will say this. If you are more mad at Jackson than you are at, I don't know, the Minneapolis police, get a fucking job. Get a fucking brain.
you
Do
focus your
literally
attention on the important things. Anything else?
do literally anything else. Anything.
Yeah, people are just bored. Yeah, people are bored.
Are we gonna have to be like, you know what? Hashtag Black Pink Lives Matter. Will they listen then? Will that help?
That really would work.
Honestly, that would get a lot of people's attention. The people who need to pay attention, it might like pique a little bit of their interest. Honestly.
At least so they could stop arguing about song. Listen, who isn't canceled? That's a good question. At this point, everyone has been canceled over the past 3 days. R.I.P. We lost Jimmy Fallon, Lana Del Rey, Doja Cat. They will all be in the in memoriam virtual, award shows. What the fuck? Okay. I can't keep up.
I have a vested
interest. People want it.
What? You think people want to get canceled? No, you guys.
It seems like that at the moment.
No, so I stand in solidarity with Jimmy Fallon. So I'm doing blackface right now, and I also think that it's like it's an order. Like Doja Cat did something worse than what Jimmy Fallon did, and the people who did like the thing even worse than that are just called the police. Like it's the same order.
But they never
like it's not.
It's funnier, like the worse crimes you commit, the less you get canceled, right? I'm like, we haven't canceled racism, but we have canceled.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, I don't have time to be mad at Jimmy Fallon for like doing something that happened. Like, I mean, honestly, it's like before I was born. I'm baby. So
legally, you're not even old enough to be on this live stream right now.
Honestly, I can't believe my mommy is gonna be so mad when she finds out.
Phillip, so you one of these CW teenagers?
Huh? I am. I'm literally like, I want to watch Roswell reruns and sit at home, Pretty Little Liars. I'm baby, okay? I'm minding my business. But we have so many new, like every day I'm like, who did we get canceled this morning? And at that point for me, it just doesn't stick. I'm like, this shit don't stick. I'm like, listen, people are canceling people more than people canceled free titles, like title-free subscriptions, okay? Like when Lemonade was out, it was like, cancel. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I think it's obviously important to hold people accountable for their actions, but at least with what's going on right now, it seems like we're focusing also on these individuals and their past and whatnot. And of course, you're supposed to come after those people, but I think right now, especially within like today and since Monday, there are much more important things to be focusing on, like that are an issue with society in the United States of America that should be canceled before we're like nitpicking a picture that we found from 20 years ago. Of course, those people should be held accountable, but it's annoying that those things are trending more than like
speaking of things
that's right
trending.
You heard it here first. Nick blackface. Everyone cancel Nick. He said it.
We are in an oversupply of Karens. There is a Karen specifically available to each and every one of us at this point. Most recently, even in Central Park. Miss Amy Cooper tried to kill her Cocker Spaniel in the middle of Central Park, all because a black man asked her to be polite, which I just don't get. The thing is for me, it's like he asked her to put her dog on a leash or whatever. And like, I understand as a gay man why he was like, listen, we're good at keeping our pups on a leash. Why can't you? Like, he's like, my pup is never off of one. And Miss Karen lost it. She became so white so quickly. I just don't know if you could transition. Like, I don't know if she was already white and then she like leveled up. Like she went into the avatar state for whiteness. Like if there was an avatar state for whiteness, she was like, whoop, I'm gonna call the police and tell them there's a black man threatening me. And why?
Even the inflection in her voice went up. Like she even wanted to sound more like
she was weaponizing her voice. She was using it as a weapon to basically say that like She knew exactly what she was doing.
She became a whole. She was acting, baby. I said, you know what?
Yeah.
I would like
Oh
to.
yeah, she put on a fucking performance.
I'm like, I want to
Emmys
see
are
her
fucking
real.
canceled. Like, what was?
Listen, I think it was one of the best live interpretations of To Kill a Mockingbird I've ever seen. You usually don't get to see theater in a found space like that. Chris Cooper, who used to be an editor at Marvel, he was in the Ramble bird watching, which is, people do that there because last time I was there, I saw a cockatoo. And the other thing...
Do you mean like
what
a cop, or did you see one or two?
The other thing that people are forgetting is that, like, afterwards, Twitter does this. They go, "Oh, what she did was terrible. Wait a minute, is he fine?" And so we just found out everything we could about this business. We were like, racism is terrible. Racism is terrible. But can you find his jacked account?
Right?
Well,
Then,
everyone kept being like, "What's his handle? What's his handle?" I'm like, come on, we're not better than this. We're not.
We're not. We're honestly not. I'm like, this is no. Also, I'm like, do we really need his app right now? Like, the last thing he needs right now in his like trauma and all of that is to like have thirsty gays like bottoms in his messages saying "choke me, Dad."
I cannot imagine the DMs. I cannot imagine like, oh, I know you've been searching for a couple years, but like, I'm the fucking peacock you've been looking for. Like, stupid shit.
Yeah.
Stupid. Oh my God.
There was one tweet that made me one tweet that made me laugh was the only time that Kristen Cooper would be intimidating is if you were in Final Jeopardy and the category was birds. I mean, he looks, you know, like why would you ever want to be intimidated by someone just asking you? Like,
I mean,
I also think
it's also the really important thing about this conversation that I feel like also gets left out is that, like, if he was not who he was, there would be a lot more sympathy for Miss Karen than there would be, than there currently is, right? Like, if he was smoking a blunt and wearing a do-rag in the middle of that park, and he asked her to put her dog away, people would be like, well, he doesn't have any right to do that. I'm like, but we find out that...
Or the story would have ended completely differently.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the issue, is that we're like people are listing his accolades and the fact that he went to Harvard and he's a bird watcher and like, he can't be, it's like, you look at this man and you think he's harmless. It's like the reason that she was saying he was a harmful person had nothing to do with his history or anything. It had to do with the fact that he was black.
Yeah.
So
she doesn't care.
I do want to say that I'm happy he made black men with glasses feel aggressive again, because it's been a long time. We get a lot of callbacks for Steve Urkel type shit, and I'm glad he made it. You know, don't let this astigmatism fool you.
Did you guys see the new information that came out about her today? How her someone she used to be romantically involved with, she would stalk him and like attack like verbally like attacked him for voting for Obama.
Oh,
what?
Well, that makes her interesting.
Restraining order too.
She's Canadian.
He got a restraining order.
He did. He got a restraining order.
Wow.
Okay. So this is
okay. So now I have that dog in order. I'll tell you what, baby.
At what point did she think any of this would end well? Once people started digging.
Well, she probably wasn't thinking.
I think she thought she knew exactly what she was doing. The thing is when you see something like what's happening, like what happened to George Floyd, like she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly, like, you know what happens. Yeah. She's seen the videos. She knows what happens in the United States of America, and she wanted some sort of outcome, and she was using that as some sort of way to get something accomplished. It's like
she didn't think there would be backlash because she didn't think that he would be alive to tell the story.
Yeah.
So it
didn't
matter.
George Floyd. Yeah, she wanted.
And she was like, the story will be completely different. It won't be about me by the time the cops get here and kill them. It'll be about the police. It won't be about me calling the cops on him.
She thought she was gonna get a fucking promotion.
She did. She was gonna be Lord of Racism.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to be Grand Wizard when you act like that. She'll be fine. She'll move on, right?
She's got plenty of company.
It's on camera. She would be great. It would go so well for her.
She's gonna be really good as a Trump surrogate in 3 months. Madonna solved racism an hour ago. She did an 8 count. She posted a video of her son dancing to Michael Jackson. A solid 8 count for race relations. She tweeted something about how he is dancing for George Floyd and something about ending racism and joining him through dance. But I at least will give Madonna credit for putting a good dancer. You know, she was like, if we're gonna end race relations, we got to do it by dancing on the 2s and 4s. And so she didn't pick any of her white kids. She was like, I just can't believe and Sandra Bullock is mad. You know, right now, Sandra Bullock, she's like, I want an Oscar for this.
Shut up. Phillip, you were great in that movie. Shut up. No.
Go.
Okay. Madonna, this is the second worst thing Madonna has done in regards to race. The first is when she made Aretha Franklin's funeral about her. That's the first. This second.
Oh my God! I'll never. With that story about her singing "Natural Woman,"
about her auditioning. She told a story about auditioning
I was like,
at Aretha Franklin's funeral.
Well, it's also it's such a shift in the video content she's been putting out through quarantine, where she's like sitting in her like a fucking cow, like a milk straight from the cow's udder in her fucking pool of a bathtub while her assistant films her, and now she's just like putting other people on display. I was like, I thought the attention was supposed to be on you, Madonna.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like still a person of color.
I don't come to watch you do anything to talk about anyone else but yourself. Please leave this alone. God bless Madonna, but maybe like give it a rest. Okay, it's a very Alyssa Milano moment for her, is what I'd like to say.
I also feel like we have a little bit less to say about it because it truly happened like 12 seconds ago, yes. Whereas the other thing happened at least an hour ago.
Yes, that part. I'm like,
yeah.
I can't really discuss it because her son is still sweating from the dancing. Like, his heart rate is still
That
elevated.
was only the first. That also might only be the first video of many that are to come tonight.
Oh, he's still dancing as we speak. You know it. She's like, again, that
wait a second. So, are you telling me during this time of racial animus in this country, Madonna doesn't understand it looks bad to take Black people from Africa and have them dance for you in your house?
No, she does not understand. Of course she doesn't.
I don't think she makes those connections. I don't think that's like part of. That's not on her resume.
Are you a Madonna fan, Kyle?
No, no, not at all. I mean, I don't like.
No.
I'm not
that old, Phillip.
I'm not a fan, but I don't publicly like say I'm not a fan because I just don't want to hear everybody's opinion about it. I will say Confessions was an incredible album, but I'm just not like a big fan. And I kind of feel like she's one of those people who like says like, oh yeah, like I don't see color rather than.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? She's like, oh, I have a black son because I don't see color.
Yeah,
right.
She's like, I have a black son. Sometimes my tongue is British. I don't see these barriers.
Yeah, she's like, she doesn't subscribe to the world that we live in, which is honestly fine if she didn't try to do that, right? I'm like, if you're gonna be like completely removed from society, do it the way that like Mariah Carey does it. She's like, I don't know what's happening with you pores. I'm just here, and like that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
I also do like the thing about Madonna, how like when you go to her, I've never been to one of her concerts, but when you go to her concerts, she like steals your phones. She's like, you're not allowed to have your fucking phones. Yeah.
Like, this is Pride, I had mine, and she was terrible.
Wait, she turns out to 18 too, right?
She did World Pride last year, and it was like the worst money I've ever spent. I'm so upset about it, honestly.
Well, Phillip, in her defense, after she put the walker down, she sang 3 songs, and they were serviceable.
She didn't even do like hit.
She needed that money for
didn't
quarantine.
she have people move her arms during Vogue for her? That was the rumor.
Basically,
She's a
I was
marionette.
like, it was a mess. I'm like, listen, I don't care. Just do your hit. She wasn't even doing all the hits. I'm like, why are you doing things from? Why are you doing American Life? Sing, express yourself. It was a mess. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt deleted 51,000 emails. So just so everyone knows, I wrote 50,999 emails yesterday. He deleted all of his emails. He had like a whole meltdown. He's like, I think I'm deleting my entire life, basically. Which I feel like this should be a much bigger scandal than it is. I want to read the deleted emails. Because I know it's not just agents, it's like creepy people who got his like email somehow and were sending them like pictures of their kids, you know? And I'm interested in that.
Well, I read that 31,000 of them were unread, which like, I don't know. I mean, I'm a crazy person about my email, but 31,000 emails, like, and he issued a public apology as if he was like, I'm so sorry that I missed out on your words. It's like, what do you think was in there? Do you think it was like a bunch of dick pics? Also, was it information about your church, which is like anti-LGBTQ? Like, what is it?
That part. But everybody was like,
isn't he technically like a Kennedy Schwarzenegger now? So I think at a certain level of like Illuminati membership, they go, you got to delete everything.
Right.
He's he
blamed his child.
Yeah. I'm like, your child deleted your entire email box. Also, what's in, I mean, I don't think there's anything in there except like maybe booking requests that he's never going to respond to or like anything of that nature. It's also funny to me that I'm like, you handle your own emails? I'm like, if I was that rich, I'm like, I don't want to read my own emails now. And like, I only get like 8 a day. And I'm like, I'm exhausted with this. The minute I had $1 million, I would pay someone to just read emails for me.
I just found out that most of them were from Anna Faris. That's what I just read that in the tweet I composed. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, 31. That's normal. It's fine. I want to know.
I've been there. And my ex accidentally deleted all of them also. I'm still waiting on a response.
I'm waiting for... Oh, Kyle got kicked again. There she is.
See, that's how I know Kyle doesn't want us to get too spicy on here. Because every time we get too crazy, he's like, let me dip before y'all get mean.
Kyle falls out of the chat like the emails get deleted.
Do you have, I feel like, Kyle, you have so many followers, like 2.3 million of them. What is your inbox like? Do you get, like, do you have 50,000 DMs?
I mean, I feel like I don't, it depends. I think people have this idea that when you have, like, so many eyes that it's, like, constant. But I feel like I see everything for the most part, and, like, I don't necessarily have the time to respond to everything, but like, it's not, you know, an insane amount. I feel like, I know, I feel like people think that it's like some massive thing where I'm getting like dick pics all the time and stuff. People always ask, how many dick pics do you get? I'm like, you know, 1,000.
3,000.
That's the thing. That's why I
don't. Well, by the way, you heard it here first. Kyle has seen your DMs. He sees it.
He sees it. So he saw your dick.
Well, one of my goals this year was to respond more.
Respond more?
Respond.
Be more engaged.
Why?
Okay, well, Ronan Farrow's about to be so mad at you.
I just think like, well, I just don't believe, I'm like, his inbox must be flooded because I know if I made like a fake grinder with 3 fucking Kyle Krieger pricks right now, I would have 51,000 hays in my message box within 10 minutes, bitch. So I'm like, when they have direct access to the source, they gotta be coming. I mean, like,
they're there.
Yeah, they're there.
They're there.
Is that why you have to keep leaving the chat? Are you answering those?
Yeah.
No, I feel like I don't even know
He's
what's
like-
going on because I can still hear you. Yeah. It's like when I'm in my Zoom class and I just like stop because I don't want to turn in my work.
Yes. Oh my God. We'll talk about that later. Khloe Kardashian has leased a new face. I like this edition of her face because it's like this issue is good. I'm really into it. I don't think I'm like, listen, I think it really just speaks to the amount of pressure that she has had. She's the many-faced god.
Pressure,
okay?
yeah, serious pressure.
Like she is. Arya Stark ain't got shit on Khloe Kardashian. Okay, she has changed her face a million times, but I think it really just. I'm like, you have a family that is insane, and I would honestly, I would do the same. I would.
I think she looks like she's in the reboot of the Kardashians, like the version that gets made like 30 years from now, like a totally different character who's playing Khloe Kardashian.
Absolutely.
Wait a second. You think this is the Lifetime movie version of Khloe?
Well, I think it might it's actually like maybe like the digital influencer version of her that they'll like composite and send on a holographic tour in a couple of years to do meet and greets. She looks crazy, but
I would think there's a committee that like she sends her picture to and she's like, what do you think? And they're like, no, don't put that up because it's not you. And she's like, I promise. And then they're like, go ahead. Like, I don't understand how that made it to print.
I think, Nick, rumor is she has like a couple of these faces just because she knows Tristan likes to cheat. So she's just trying to like keep him.
I saw something on the internet about how Tristan said he wanted to see other people. So she cheated.
No. Wait, can I put up a hot topic? What is your personal opinion about plastic surgery and like maybe even like more of an acute question, but like your opinion about plastic surgery, like gay men getting it and stuff? Are you on board with that? Do you have opinions about it?
Don't ask Nick's eyebrows because they haven't moved.
I love it. Honestly, I can't wait. One time, baby, I'm gonna be nipped and tucked. Okay, my body. I'm going to the DR and get a whole new fucking body. Okay, I am gonna come back a new bitch. I don't really care. Listen, it's all about
travel restrictions are really working against you.
Exactly. I'm ready. And the flight is really cheap right now. Once I'm 25, I'll start getting surgery, but I'm not there yet.
Phillip gonna come back embalmed. You understand? I'm gonna be like, I love what you guys did with the body. This is
put him over there. Put him over there.
Whatever. Just make me look good in the photos, bitch.
I get it. I totally understand it. I just think I have nothing against it if someone wants to do something. I mean, there are some people like the human Ken doll where I'm like, whoa, you went a little overboard. But of course, if someone wants to get to like Botox or something, like go ahead. I understand it's like you can do whatever you want to look good. But there are definitely people where they're like, I'm getting Botox. You see them a week later and they're like, don't I like look the same? And I'm like, no.
I'm an advocate for good plastic surgery.
Right,
I don't care
exactly.
if you get it. Just get good plastic surgery. You don't want to have particle board level of plastic surgery, okay? You need solid wood, okay? You need good, sturdy shit, okay? It is not something you want to cut corners on, okay? I don't care, but like do it, right? Like there's a lot of pressure. You can say as much as you want, like, accept your body, love the body that you're in, all of those things, and like and all bodies are beautiful, and like you look beautiful just the way that you are. But like there's a whole system out there that kind of says that that's a fucking lie, and that all of those platitudes don't really amount or change the way that like maybe you feel internally, and maybe a little nip tuck might make you feel that way. even if it doesn't make a like gigantic difference, right? Like say you get a little Botox or you get like a little lip injection or like a little lipo, it might make you feel like a whole new person, even if it doesn't like fundamentally change that much about you. And I think that's really why people do it. It's not about like, I think it's less about the aesthetic and more about feeling like they've had control and been able to change something that they thought that they couldn't.
Yeah.
Yes, and Kyle, I think your work looks really subtle, so you don't have to feel ashamed at all.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I honestly, like, I like have had Botox before. I've had like a little Restylane under my eyes before. I've never talked about it because I'm always like, I don't necessarily want to set a bad example. And then other part of me is like, no, like you should do what you want or whatever, you know. Like, but I guess there's also like some sort of stigma about plastic surgery, and I don't know whether or not it's like a battle I want to fight. So I'm just like, people will just mind their business, and I'll just do it.
But
know,
see,
whatever.
you have the good stuff.
Yeah, you got.
Well, I mean, I honestly
as
like.
gay
Will
men,
do it.
Are we gonna judge what people put in holes and stuff? No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like, do what you want. Yeah, I mean, I'm black, so I wouldn't have to worry about this for another 70 years. But when my day on the table comes, I will lay there proud. Okay.
Okay, everyone watching, we've established that Phillip is somewhere between 20 and 70. It's one of somewhere within that.
Forever a mystery, honey. The girls were shocked. They were like, "Oh my God, you look younger than you did 6 months ago." I'm like, I know. RuPaul's Drag Race. Did I send this in the email? I think I did. Everybody's watching Drag Race, though, right? Who does that?
All 5 hours of it.
Oh, right.
I'm not watching.
Why? Do you not like it?
It's not. It's no. I haven't been caught up this season. I apologize. I know there's been like a lot of drama with the season.
What have you been doing?
I went for the premiere. It was like one of my last nights out of quarantine, and I think that I was just so sad about it that I just had to turn it off.
Well, that's okay. You didn't really miss much. The season's kind of fucking boring.
Yeah. Also, Nick, the finale. This is it. You ready? This
is it.
The finale is going to be a fucking live. It's going to be this live stream.
Did I win?
Nick, you won.
Thank you guys.
Kyle just got eliminated. He just lost the lip sync.
Kyle just lost the lip sync for
Down
real.
to final 3.
Bye. Top 3 lip syncing for our life. Oop, he left again. He like teased me, came back, and then left again. Wow. All right, Dad.
Oh man. I want I'll say this. I want Jada Essence Hall to win. Or Crystal, but see, Jada's kind of old, so I don't know if she can like know how to
How old is she?
She's older than Crystal. I think Crystal could win a virtual performance. I don't know if I think Jada don't know how to tweet correctly.
Yeah, she might not. I think it's gonna be fine. Like, I'm excited to see how this premiere goes. I just hope they bring back since Sherry's not gonna be in it, I'm like, bring back some girls and let them lip sync for her spot. Okay, Allison Mosey cannot ruin it for everybody else. Okay.
Nick, congrats on your callback for Bulk, by the way.
I have absolutely no idea what that means, but I really appreciate it.
Bulk was the fake play that Sherry Pie used to sexually harass and assault and kind of like target men.
Oh, that was okay. Gotcha. Yes. Now, see, I'm like, I did read that BuzzFeed article.
He's like, I read those sides a couple of times.
Read those sides.
I did read the sides a few times.
Yeah. They weren't for me. It didn't feel like a me character.
It wasn't equity, so it was certainly a non-union contract.
Right.
Can I offer another hot topic?
You can talk about
what is
Okay. Just about Sherry Pie. Like one time I did like an Instagram story where I was just kind of like asking people like 2 questions and they could sort of just like pick like like whatever, just like I gave them 2 options and they could pick whatever they related to more. And like one of them at the end, I was just like, and what are your thoughts about Sherry Pie? And because it was like a private conversation, I was like, or because it was private, I was like, I thought people would share, you know, like how they actually felt about it. And a lot of the people felt as if like the show is just cutting her out completely, just made the show, like the edit, very strange. And I wanted to know if you guys had any sorry, this is my dog. If you guys had any feelings about whether or not you thought that they did it correctly by completely shutting her out by girl, or if they should have kept it how it was done originally, and then you know, just put like the title card at the end and the beginning each episode.
I think, first of all, since she is so good at makeup, Kyle, is this still you?
Wait, was that very pro Sherry Pie? I didn't mean it to be. I just was asking.
No, it's not. I think that
I'm
ultimately,
kidding.
I think it was the right
VH1 likes drama.
I think
VH1 needs drama.
It wouldn't have been so weird to watch the season regularly, right? Like it's like a really shit place for them as like a team, right? Because doing the right things means removing Sherry, but it also means removing basically someone whose you've edited to be the winner, pretty much. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, all of this aside, she was probably likely gonna win, right? Like, looking at the show on the whole now, she was absolutely gonna be the winner. I think there's never been a big girl. There's been a big call for it. I think she would have won the show. I also think that like getting rid of her, like cutting her out, is the right thing to do, and it would have made it so much more difficult to watch the show the regular way, and then like just cut her off in the end. So you might as well just do it now, and like so people can start to root for other people, because ultimately it'd be so hard to watch the show with an edit where like Sherry's looking good, look at how great Sherry's doing, and then root for Jada or root for someone else when you know she doesn't have a chance at winning. I get that. I mean, I thought it was the right thing. I don't see why not. And also, it's a season of Drag Race. There'll be another one in 14 minutes, so it doesn't really matter.
They do come out so quick.
Yeah, and like you can come out with it.
They had to do it. They didn't have any option. Had to do it. They had no option. Like I just don't think that. I mean, I think back to Megan Wants a Millionaire on VH1. When Megan's one of the contestants in the second episode, they found out he murdered his wife and like put her in a bag and like then killed himself or something, and they just fully canceled the show. I think she might have chosen him as her husband ultimately, but I just think like VH1, you know, you got to make some sort of decision. And honestly, also people would have been like triggered by seeing this person on the show. You know, there's no other way to handle it other than to have just completely canceled the entire season. If they
and they've set precedents for this before, because they took out the entire fracking maxi challenge this season too. They had a mineral-based, like oil rig, like maxi
Everyone
challenge.
Peppermint was like this. This is my favorite new thing of Peppermint. She was like,
I love how
that's my favorite thing.
Peppermint and Bob the Drag Queen, like, they make money making fun of their boss, which is the best job.
They literally do. I'm like,
they really figured it out.
She figured it out. She's like, how can I? She's like, let's just fucking make fun. They got there, and that's what I love about them, particularly Bob and Peppermint, is that like they got up there and they were like, we're not changing, and I'm not defending RuPaul. Like, it's fine. It's been really, I like them. I've been watching a lot of drag queen live shit that's going on because they are endlessly entertaining. Anyway, that was it. I think that RuPaul, we always end on Drag Race. It was so much fun. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for
everyone, join me next week. I'll be back. I've got some guests we're working on booking, so I can't announce them yet.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, I want to respond to Silas. I wasn't calling Madonna old. I was saying that the pre-show for her shows take so long that we were all old by the end of it. So that's, I mean, we all age because Madam X
I
took
think it
3
was like the movie. Oh, I fair.
And
I
that's
think
his final comment on that.
And that's that. I don't really think that was a thing. Also, Britney Spears has never been canceled. Pete Villarreal. She is the only unproblematic white woman alive. And she burned down her gym, which she was like, destroy all temples to the body. She is a Marxist queen, okay? She was like,
oh my God, not this. Not this.
She was like, this is proletariat.
You're right. You're right. The people who are like rioting, and rightfully so in Minneapolis, they were like, if Brittany can burn down a gym, we can burn down all those zones.
Listen, this is the new act. Burn it all down. I don't care. Fuck the
all you need is 2 candles.
That's it. You listen. Edie Britt burned down the house. Susan Meyer burned down. Burning down houses ain't new. It's fine. Keep doing it. They burned down that house in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Listen, it's okay. Burn it down. Yeah. Fire is good. I love the Fire Nation. Oop, let me shut up.
Chill out. Hold on. No.
Azula would be so proud of me right now.
Azula Banks.
But thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been such a pleasure. What a fucking silly show. I'll certainly be asking to have all of you back because I'm annoying. And I had such a great time. Please, everyone, follow everyone. Tell everyone go through, tell them where they can follow you, your ats and things. You know, you guys have more followers than me, most of you, so you brought them to me. But Nick Lehmann, where can they follow you and find you?
I'm on Twitter at Nick Stop Talking. I never do. And my Instagram is Nick Lehmann, which is my name. A lot of people think it's just Nickelman, but it's Nick Lehmann.
That would work. I would buy that.
Yeah, it could happen.
Nickelman. It does. It's definitely like.
That's when I turn. That'll be my second season, like Khloe Kardashian. I'll be Nickelman.
If your name was Nickelman, your mom would definitely call the cops on black people in the park for sure.
No.
RuPaul's Drag. Why is this on that screen? Still, I don't know. That threw me off. And Jay Jurden, tell the people where they can follow you.
Yeah, okay. If you listen, you don't have to unfollow Kyle. Just follow me too. It's Jay Jurden, JayJurden, no spaces, on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm in my 30s, so on Facebook too. I'm trying to think of anything else. You can buy my album, Jay Jurden, y'all. It's available on all platforms. It was #1 on iTunes, and now it's not. So that's,
but it was.
So go buy it. Let's get back to #1. And Kyle Krieger, he's like a millionaire.
I'm good on both. I'm good.
He doesn't need. He's but follow Kyle. He's great.
No, don't. I'm good. I'm full.
They all already follow Kyle. They follow Kyle.
Not take my top off. Y'all are nasty. Kirby Duncan, get out of here.
Come through, Tiger King. Yes, sir.
The new tits are they're on there. We keep them closed. Kirby, that was like one of my college crushes. He can choke. I love you. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys so much. Follow all of these people. The Tea Party has been so great. I'm such an idiot. What a great day.
Thank you.